Yeah, well, that wasn't what you were thinking, but okay, yeah, I think I must have spilled the beans already right about now with this book I'm reading, but yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on the head front, so yeah. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess you literally just caught me right in the middle of reading right about now, because yeah, I guess it actually would give you the idea, of course, what I'm going to be talking about for today's movie right about now, so. But yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front, but hey, I guess right about now, I am glad that we're finally in the month of December right about now, because yeah, looks like Christmas is already right around the corner, and I absolutely can't wait for that, so yeah, and luckily enough, I am already finishing up my Christmas shopping right about now, so yeah, pretty much just about a few weeks from now, we'll have a pretty much a wonderful Christmas for sure, so. Yeah, and of course I did mention that I would get right on to talking about some of the movies that I'm going to be seeing on the big screen that are going to be coming up for this month. And don't worry, I still will, to be honest, but I guess until then, for the time being, I think I might as well do some stuff on streaming services just to help fill in the void, of course, will be going down until then, So yeah, it doesn't seem like that much, to be honest, but that's actually what I'm going to be giving to all of you guys. So yeah, I guess what better way to, of course, start off, of course, doing some stuff via streaming services right about now is, of course, with the wonderful people behind, yeah, well, technically not the people behind it, but mainly the one streaming service I actually turn to for quite some time, alongside Netflix every once in a while. That being, of course, Disney Plus. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video right but now we're gonna be turning on to some recent content that had just landed Disney Plus not too long ago. So yeah. And hey, what can I say about it? For sure, Disney Plus has always put out some great content, some mediocre content, mostly terrible for sure. So yeah, mainly a mixture of all three of those for sure. But hey, I still think it's well worth it nevertheless. So yeah, and of course for today's movie, and I think I would probably say movie in quotes right about now. I guess it's probably no exception to the hat, so yeah, I guess for today's movie right about now, and yes, I think it is pretty clear based on this book I have out right about now. I guess today's movie I'm going to be talking about is, of course, well, probably the recent Disney Plus movie that had just landed, and let's not forget to mention Disney's own attempt, of course, a full-on adaptation of, well, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yeah, so yeah, I guess from the looks of it, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is, of course, what I'm going to be talking about here today, and yeah, just not too long ago, it had just landed Disney Plus right about now, and yeah, it's quite questionable, to be honest, but hey, might as well talk about it for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, I guess if anything, before I can talk about this movie, to be honest, I think it's appropriate that I talk about, well, the original book that this movie is, of course, based on. And if I'm going to be completely honest, right about now, pretty much Diary from Wimpy Kid is one of those kids books out there that, well, it just exists just to have little kids actually read it. So yeah, I don't really find it to be terrible by all means. I mean, it's got some good ideas, strong, interesting characters, and even some interesting conflicts and dilemmas that needed to be resolved for sure. All fit together in, of course, one big gigantic storyline for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, Diary from Wimpy Kid is, of course, one of those book series that of course, well, it's just there to actually get kids reading a whole lot. But But hey, I guess if anything, about how, yeah, I think despite all that, I know the original book, hands down, and yes, I do have here the original book, about how, just in context with, of course, the movie right now, has, of course, spawned numerous amount of books, yeah, pretty much following up to this one right here, so yeah. I guess if anything, this is actually grow a whole lot of popularity regardless on what people may think about it. Some people may like it, some people hate it, or maybe they're just somewhere in between right about now. So yeah, and of course I should mention that it's impossible not to talk about pretty much this recent movie without of course mentioning the live action films that came before, to which, yeah, I guess they just exist. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can describe the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies in general. They just exist. Yeah, I mean, granted, the first three were okay at best, but I definitely know long haul. The fourth one was, of course, the final nail on the coffin for sure for these live action films, which I think is probably for the best. So yeah, I guess if anything, it is tough to actually do a reboot on, of course, the film series, since after all, we did have a lot of bad taste for sure, so. But hey, thankfully they did make the right calling, actually, pretty much having it be entirely animated this time, and yeah, I did express some concerns a bit based on when I saw the trailer for the recent movie for sure, but I'm still willing to give it a fair shot to see how it turns out. So yeah, and of course I fired up Disney Plus and I actually gave it a watch, and now that I've actually finished watching it through, I guess the only question remains, what do I think of it? Well, that's actually very hard to say, but do I think it's certainly much better than the live action films that we got before? Well, yeah, pretty much, but at the same time, it's probably not that, yeah, it's very hard to say in high words right about now, but short, sweet, to the point, it's passable. I mean, yeah, I can't say it's actually good or actually that terrible, but it's passable to say the least, So yeah, it's all what I can. It's pretty much all what I can say on that right about now. So yeah. All right. So now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. That being, of course, our first thing that we should mention is, of course, the story, and I will have to say, yeah, I think it is actually pretty hard to explain in words, but the story for, of course, this movie, well, I'll give it credit that it actually does stay true to the original book for sure, but probably my biggest complaint with, of course, the story is that, for while I do think it actually does follow through the original book just fine, it just actually feels way too rushed for certain things, almost like pretty much most, if not pretty much a great number of stuff that was in the original book were cut out entirely, leaving everything completely rushed and completely unfocused right about now. So yeah, and of course, I think I should also mention right about now, I think this movie, and again, I'm putting movie in quotes, believe it or not, is pretty much one, yeah, pretty much not even close to an hour long at most, just mainly 58 minutes in length, which is pretty close to an hour for sure, and yeah, I guess for that does lead to my one complaint with, of course, this movie right about now, with everything that they're trying to put out in a 58-minute long running time as opposed to an hour and a half or even 2 hours at most, it does actually help make the story actually feel incredibly rushed, and of course missed out on some really good opportunities that they could actually do something good with it. So yeah, that's actually my one major complaint I have, which does actually fuel down a bit on, of course, what goes on for the story for sure. And plus, I think yeah, I guess on top of all that, the film's writing, I have to say, for while I have to give this film credit for one thing is that they actually did bring in the original author of the books, to which, yeah, you can see right down there. Yeah, they were kind enough to actually get the, pretty much, the author of all the books, for sure to actually help write this movie, to which I have to say it actually does do yeah, I have to say the writing, of course, of this movie does do a fine job regardless of course, what I actually feel. Almost like we actually see some stuff that were from the original book actually be represented well on screen, and for that, I think he did a job fine. Yeah, I mean, not majorly entirely, as I do think a good number of parts could have been written out much better, but I still think it did its job just fine. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say for those two in general. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there? I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about the next thing that I need to talk about, which is, of course, the characters. And I think I will give it credit. I mean, they're not that interesting, if anything, but I do think the characters are represented pretty well, and of course, they did really capture their characteristics like in the original book. But again, aside from being not that interesting, to say the least, I do think their development, for sure, just really doesn't fit in well with, of course, what they're doing. Like, there's, like, little to no development for the characters in general, and again, I think I do know that they did cut out a good number of characters in, of course, this movie that were in the original book, for sure, but before that, I just don't think it actually flows out pretty well, for sure, and I just wish that maybe there could have been way more development than what I was hoping for, if anything. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters in, of course, this movie, but again, I guess all the actors that actually came on board, I will have to say, they actually did pull off some pretty good performances, in my opinion. I mean, not majorly entirely, as I think they are absolutely great, but again, I do think they actually pulled off some pretty good performances regardless. I mean, granted, some of them could have been done a whole lot better, but I still think they did their jobs fine right about now. So yeah, I guess it's the best way I can describe it. The characters, for while they are done pretty good, I just yeah, I just wish that there could have been more development to actually make them more likable and interesting. But the actors did pull off some pretty good performances regardless. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so of course, now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, actually, quite a whole lot, actually. That being, of course, the animation, and yes, by the way, this movie is indeed animated, for sure, and I guess, if anything, from what I'm seeing, the animation, of course, this movie, I will have to strongly admit, it's not that bad, to be honest. Pretty much from what it is, I think they pretty much all they did was, of course, pretty much took some of the illustrations that were from the original book, as you can see here in this page right. But now I do hope you can see it, guys. So yeah, I think this actually does flow out well, or even better. Yeah, I think there might be something else. Just bear with me. So yeah, maybe I think this one will do. Yeah, try my best to focus. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think you start to see what they're going for. Just pretty much taking the drawings and the illustrations and stuff from the from, of course, the original book and stuff, and actually working well for, of course, the movie. And I will have to say, I think design-wise, it actually does work out pretty well for, of course, this movie. Almost like, again, seeing stuff from, of course, the original book for sure, and actually make it all the more engaging for, of course, the movie. And I will have to say, they actually did a good job on that. But my biggest complaint, regardless on the animation right about now, is that regardless on what I have to say on that, that's not something I would normally see for a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. I think to me, it kind of actually feels like I was pretty much rewatching the Peanuts movie, and they took up a lot of inspiration from one of DreamWorks' movies, which is, of course, their adaptation of Captain Underpants, to which I don't think actually works well for, of course, well, this in general. So, but yeah, I think maybe I wish there could have been a whole lot more to it to actually make it all the more great. But I still think it did the job fine regardless. So yeah, and of course, not only that, I think the pretty much if anything from the film's visuals, yeah, from the film's visuals. Pretty much to go alongside the animation, I think it did try to also go for a more realistic setting right about now, but again, it just doesn't match well with, of course, the animation for, of course, this one. So yeah, and of course, the cinematography, I have to say, for while there are some good shots, does kind of feel a bit out of place right about now. And of course, I can say the same thing for, of course, the film's editing right about now. I do think it's edited out just fine, but again, it just feels out of place and should have been a completely different movie, if anything. So yeah, I guess it's probably the best way I can actually describe of course, this movie right about now. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so yeah, I guess if anything, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, I guess, all in all, I guess I'm not really that disappointed or that angry, for sure, as I don't think this, pretty much, this movie is, all that terrible. It just doesn't actually, feel, that, gripping, or at least that interesting, for what it is. So I guess, if anything, I would probably say it's okay. I mean, you want to see, the, animation be okay? Do you want to see the, story, be okay? Do you want to see, pretty much the actors being okay? Well, that's what you're gonna get. An okay movie, but yeah, I think yeah, I guess if anything, it's very hard to say for sure, as I know the live action films definitely does have its fans for sure, and I don't know, maybe I might be over exaggerating a bit too much, but yeah, I actually don't think it's this yeah, I actually don't think this movie is great, to be honest, nor even terrible for what it is. It's pretty much passable to say the least. Yeah, it is passable to say the least. So yeah, I guess that's the word I can actually describe it. It is passable for sure. So yeah, maybe I guess there could have been a whole lot more to what I was hoping for, but I guess for what it is, for a second attempt at a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, it did its job fine, and not really something that would actually grip me a whole lot for sure to actually make it all the more spectacular to say the least. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I guess this recent Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie is a passable one to say the least. So yeah, and if you are quite curious to actually see it for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and actually do so. It's currently available for streaming on Disney Plus right about now. So if you got the time, definitely watch it for yourself right about now. I'm sure you'll get a good time with it. Although, if anything, pretty much the newest Marvel show, Hawkeye, is certainly worth the watch a whole lot more. And yes, I am currently watching Hawkeye right about now, and it is looking amazing right about now, so I'll be sure to give you guys a full-on thoughts on that said movie once I actually do finish up watching it for sure. So yeah, I guess until then, I guess for this recent Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, I guess I'll probably give it like a... Yeah, I guess for my final score right, but I'll give the recent Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie on Disney Plus pretty much a 5 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, I actually don't think this movie is that great, to be honest, or it's even terrible for what it is, but it's passable to say the least, and pretty average for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's the best way I can describe this one. It's passable. Not good, not bad, just passable. So yeah, I guess if anything, I guess if you are quite curious to actually see for yourself, and you're pretty much in a mood for a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, that is certainly pretty much much better than the live action films, but doesn't actually meet that amount of greatness to actually make it a great movie, then definitely give this movie a watch on Disney Plus. I'm sure you'll get yourself a good time with it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess on that note, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen the recent Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, feel free to support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, I'll hopefully do another one later on once I actually get myself out of my busy schedule right about how. So yeah, whatever I got coming up right about and how, I'll be sure to let you guys know on what I actually thought about it for sure. So yeah, and I guess right up until I see the next movie on the big screen, I mean, I could actually watch another show or a movie on streaming services, but what can I actually talk about? I'll be sure to let you guys know what I thought about it, but I won't be telling you what it is. So yeah, I guess that's probably the good way to end it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.